That brings us to our item number 11, which is our superintendent's report. I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Hefner.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the board. Indeed, it's such a privilege to be here in District 5. We have so many wonderful things going on, as we saw the evidence earlier with us recognizing our librarian, media specialist, who's been named the State Librarian of the Year, and all of our students for their phenomenal accomplishments. I would just say that we have many things that we can continue to brag about, some things we'll be celebrating in the weeks ahead. One of those things is that our Dutch Fork Middle group just won the Build Award at the World Robotics Competition in Louisville, Kentucky this past weekend. So that's huge and bodes well for our future. We also know that that there's an organization that recognizes what they call the top 100 STEAM premier students from all across the nation. And on that list, out of 16,000 different high schools across the country, 5 students from South Carolina were named to the list, and 4 of them come from 4 of the 5 in South Carolina. 4 of the 100 in the nation come from our district. Hannah Stewart from Chapin High, Jordan Crooks from Dutch Fork High, Anna Lee from Dutch Fork High, and Sydney Bertram from Spring Hill. So congratulations to those folks. We were privileged to have Boeing represented in our district last week, and they shared with our students at the center the many wonderful career opportunities that potentially await them in the aviation industry. I would also point out that last week we had a big event which a couple of you were able to attend, where we honored the volunteers in our district, which is something that makes our organization what it is, to have the tremendous commitment of people who come here and volunteer on a regular basis. I would particularly highlight that the Superintendent's Award for Volunteerism went to Linda Byers, who has volunteered for so many years at Irmo High and has given so much of her time and effort and has made such a huge difference on that particular campus. Lastly, this evening, I would call your attention to the fact that you have a great opportunity within the next several days to see our district-wide performance of the musical Annie. I haven't had a chance to sit in on any of the rehearsals yet, but I'm told it will be another stellar performance. I believe this is the 6th year that our district has involved students from all across the district in a singular production, and so that will be presented on Thursday evening, Friday evening, Saturday at noon, Sunday afternoon at 3, all at the Irmo Center for the Arts. And I'm looking in the audience and I see Dr. Al Gates, who was one of the original stars 6 years ago, playing the lead role in Footloose. So I know he will certainly want to visit the Annie production on more than one occasion. But again, lots of great things going on, and certainly appreciate the opportunity to be involved in District 5 and see the successes of our students, and to feel the support that our schools enjoy from throughout the community. At this time, we'll go to Mr. Richardson, our Chief Finance Officer, who will present his monthly financial reports. Mr. Richardson.
Thank you, Dr. Hefner. Members of the board, in Exhibit C of your board packet, you have the monthly financials for the general fund for March of 2017, which means officially we are 75% through the fiscal year. I'll give you a very brief summary and be glad to answer any questions if you have any. For the month of March, we had revenue of $10,296,670 and expenditures of $13,600,861. And for year-to-date, we've collected $135,176,502, and we've expended $112,226,164. There's a whole lot of numbers and pages of information that is in your packet, and I'll be glad to try to answer any specific questions that you might have at this time.
Have any questions? Monthly financial?
That's all I have. Thank you.
And Mr. Chair, before we conclude the superintendent's report, one accolade which I wish to just throw out officially. Since we last met, we have had much evidence that our alums continue to do well. Not only do our students do well while they're here, they do great. They continue to do great after they leave us. Since our last meeting, in case you missed it, Elena Coates, Dutch Fork High School graduate, was the #2 pick in the 2017 WNBA draft. Dutch Fork High School graduate Wesley Bryan won the Heritage Golf Tournament, the first South Carolinian to win that prestigious event. And Dutch Fork High School graduate Dustin Johnson continues to be ranked as the #1 golfer in the world. So I think we can all be very proud of the success our students are having as they have become adults. Thank you. That concludes the report.
Thank you, Dr. Hefner. That brings us to item number 12, which is public participation.